Well, if you're involved in an auto accident, you might run into some insurance coverage problems. Attorney Richard Griffin of the Griffin Law Firm has answers that can help you figure out the best coverage for you. How are you, Richard?
Doing well, thanks.
Not all cases are cut and dry. Let's say you get in a car accident. Sometimes it's not simple.
If you get in a car accident and you're injured, then you definitely need to call us at 877-PAIN-LAW. You need to have representation. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you have problems. There can be problems with liability, which we get involved and we take photographs, we get recorded statements from witnesses before they disappear, and we do other things to make sure that liability is there. There can be problems with proving damages, so we're going to help with making sure people get the medical treatment they need and get the documentation needed for their lost wages. But today we're talking about insurance coverage, and that is, does that policy cover the claim?
Yeah, and you have one specific case where things were all kinds of, there were problems throughout the case, right?
Absolutely. Well, she was in her vehicle and she was stopped on 316 in Gwinnett County, and a rental truck after hours ended up rear-ending her and doing a ton of damage, totaled the vehicle. She was badly injured. Well, the case, the treatment was on track. She got the treatment she needed, she got the surgery she needed, but the insurance company from the very beginning, that was the rental truck company, said that truck wasn't authorized to be driven that night by that driver. So they were saying no coverage. Well, normally we would then look for uninsured motorist coverage to say, well, if you have automobile insurance and you have someone who hits you that doesn't have insurance, that's the place you go to get a full recovery. Well, first of all, there wasn't any in this, and if there was, it probably wouldn't have been enough. So we ended up having to litigate that case to prove that that driver was an authorized driver. So that took a lot of depositions, that took a lot of work in litigation to prove that that driver did have permission, that there was a pattern of employees using the vehicles for personal use after hours. So instead of no coverage, we ended up getting $145,000 during the litigation process for our client.
That's amazing. So tell me, if this client did not contact a lawyer, did not contact you, what would have happened?
Well, without any insurance, it would have been a situation where she would have been stuck with hundreds, 100,000 or more of medical bills instead of getting $145,000. So giving me a call at 877-PAIN-LAW or going to 877painlaw.com to find out more about personal injury or workers' comp or Social Security disability, it's very important, and we're here to help. All you have to do is make that call.
And tell me some other problems you run into that some clients have had to deal with trying to get the coverage they deserve.
Well, that's a good point. There are times where an insurance adjuster may say that the policy was canceled, that for lack of payment. Well, there's a 30-day period before the cancellation actually takes place. We've had situations where that's been where we've been able to find coverage, even though the adjuster at first was saying there wasn't. But most of the time, what we're going to do in a situation where there isn't any insurance coverage is to look for the client's automobile policy, for uninsured motorists, look for residents, relatives that live with them, because there can be auto coverage there, or auto coverage uninsured motorist for the car. So there's 3 different places, and we can usually find coverage even if it looks like there isn't any.
So just because you think there's no coverage doesn't mean there isn't.
Right.
It can be found, and this guy's going to find it for you. So don't forget, if you need help, if you've been in an auto accident, if you've been hurt, you need to contact the Griffin Law Firm. He's here to help you. Just call 877-PAIN-LAW. You can also log on to 877painlaw.com.